Fortnite Chapter 5 is already being leaked less than 2 weeks into Fortnite OG, and these range from the actual map upcoming in higher quality versions that literally just surfaced, new Battle Pass skins on the Fortnite surveys, correlating to map changes and structures we know are upcoming, a return of mini Battle Pass events, a huge one to start it off upon launch, and let's not forget presents we can unwrap in Winterfest 2023. Don't miss anything today. If there's one video you watch home, make sure it's this one. Don't forget, when picking up the Battle Pass or anything from the item shop, it would mean the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug if you could enter code FM1 inside there. Literally one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter, and I spent $100 on this cutout literally just to get Charlie to sit in front of it was actually harder. Make sure you subscribed as well, click the bell. After all, it only benefits you as we try and give different subscribers every single day, with some recent proof for that on screen right now. Diving straight into it all without a moment to waste, considering this season ends Fortnite OG being the shortest season ever, December 2nd, 2023, where we go into a live event, all of us getting sucked back into the black hole, with the inevitable live event build-up and proof that we have to show about it being a remixed end event from Season X in just a second. It seems Epic Games out wanted to talk about the fact next season, or should I say chapter we're going into December 3rd, is Chapter 5. As it states on the website, the Battle Pass will be back next season. Of course, right now we don't have a Battle Pass, it's the OG Pass, as there's only 4 outfits within this, compared to our usual 100 level system Battle Pass, 8 outfits total. From going into the black hole for the Jorian live event is found in the files, the finale of Chapter 4, as we're technically in it now, even though we've reverted back to the Chapter 1 island. It's called Fortnite Chapter 4 Season OG instead of Season 5. As I was going to say, just like the black hole previously that we first ever went into for a new chapter at the end of Season X Chapter 1, maybe the downtime lasts 48 hours or even 36 hours, elongated from usual chapter transitions that we've seen. And speaking of chapter transitions, of course these are happening every single year now, if you didn't already take a mental note of what happened with Chapter 3 to Chapter 4, and the fact that we've literally got the shortest season ever slotted in at the end of Chapter 4 Season 4, with Chapter 3 being a 4-season chapter also. This exact same system is happening again, and considering all the update changes and developments have been leaked in Fortnite OG leading up until this end event, we know everything about how it's going to be happening. First of all, the time machine, for those that don't know, of course sent us back here, which we didn't see a cinematic trailer for, only the Fortnite Chapter 4 Season OG gameplay trailer, and upon loading this up for the first time, or in the first update, which isn't there now as we're in Stage 2, it was at Pleasant Park. From there, Agent Jones has tried taking it on the back of the truck at Pleasant Park right next to it, with this tiny little rocket Easter egg inside, implying yes, it's going to be strapped to this, recreated at Dusty Depot. Making his way over in this vehicle to that location, he veered, of course, thanks to a banana peel, literally making him slip and crash, hitting a fruit stand into, well, Loot Lake, as you're seeing right now. Long story short, there's 4 phases, and as you can see, FireMonkey tweeted out the progress of the time machine at the time of it being spawned in at Pleasant Park upon the season launch for Fortnite OG. Phase 1, Pleasant Park. Phase 2, Loot Lake. Phase 3, Dusty Divot, but obviously on the ground, as you can see from the 3rd screenshot attached. And then finally, Phase 4, November 23rd, with the V27.11 hotfix, we have it strapped to the rocket at Dusty Divot. Of course, with this being one of the live event changes that we've seen from the past, as this rocket previously never had a time machine strapped to it, of course, considering Kado Thorn wasn't involved in the storyline then, as he brought it initially to the Fortnite universe in Chapter 4 Season 4 for Last Resort, and then got eliminated by Shimmerdusk, hence why he's nowhere to be seen. Another remix to this end event that's going to be made, of course, as we saw in Season X, the 0 point destabilized after the final showdown happening, where it was left above the vault thanks to the mecha team leader, obviously using the power of it, and then just simply putting it back down, but not in the vault. This is what initially created the whole time shift for Season X, bringing back the Meteor, which again we're going to be seeing on November 23rd for the V27.11 hotfix, the last one of this season. Alongside, as you can see early gameplay of in the background right now, the 0 point with the spiral whirlpool also underneath it. This is a good indicator that not only are we going to be getting the OG feel of the prior or first ever end event black hole, but at the same time it's going to be innovated off of, made different to excite everybody to actually attend this if they already did. Who knows, like the prior 2 end events for chapters, such as Chapter 2's end event finale with a cutscene, and also Chapter 3, which obviously mainly was a cutscene despite the minigame. Fingers crossed, considering we didn't see a Fortnite Chapter 4 Season OG cinematic trailer showing the time machine actually, destabilizing, bringing us back to Chapter 1. We then get, as compensation, some cinematic moments, if not a huge cinematic, within the Fortnite OG finale itself. What's even more interesting, however, about the end events is, of course, like a black hole anyways, which we're seeing recreated, literally confirmed by data miners, putting us back into this state of downtime. In Season X, if you couldn't get in the lobby due to servers being overrun, an actual mini event occurred once the timer ticked away, not only in-game, but the lobby also, and that looked like this, what you're seeing in the background right now. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because, despite the differences in the end event that we're going to be seeing with the time machine strapped to the rocket and the 0 point and Kevin's Island being directly above and underneath each each other. These timers are going to look the same and act the same in lobby and game at the rocket, and also as you can see on the right of the character. And with us maybe seeing a cinematic within the end event itself, you know, cutting between gameplay and cinematic moments, perhaps we actually see Agent Jones and Innovator Slone working together, as we know they're technically communicating right now through time through Slone's voice recordings that you definitely need to hear, so pay close attention to all of these that already got leaked on day 1 of Fortnite Chapter 4 Season OG.
Jones, Slone here. I feel like I've done this before, so let's assume I have. Alright, short version. You're back here for a reason. You're smart enough to figure it out. And it's not to change the future, by the way. Drop that fantasy right now. This is an extraction, and you're leading the way. You cannot hesitate in your duty, Jones. The world you're leaving is one of many. And there are more worlds than even you can imagine. Keep it that way. Do the job. Jones, Slone here. This is not my first message, is it? You must be making progress. Oh, you're screwing everything up. If you somehow end up back in the now, I will destroy this reality out of spite. Not that that would stop you from somehow bumbling back into my orbit. There's a reason why it's always you and me, time and time again. One of these times we're gonna get it right. And I'm pretty sure this is it. Jones, Slone here. I've definitely left this message many times before, so get right to it, huh? This is the first time in countless lifetimes that I don't know what happens next. We're both heading off into the unknown. I guess this is goodbye for this me and that you. But we'll meet again. Reality's not done with us yet. Keep the campfires burning, Jones. Wherever and whenever you go.
With these voice lines seeming like the storyline is going to be completely rebooted, it doesn't mean we're not going to be seeing reminiscence from the past, as not only is the codename of the Chapter 5 island found in the files that data miners managed to pull out of there Helios, which correlates to the Greek mythology names such as Athena, Apollo, Artemis, and also Asteria that are the Chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4 island codenames. With the codename for this one being Helios, as Sheena tweeted out, Denny made a good point when looking up that codename in terms of linking to Greek mythology, as they all do. As it states in the image he's quoting, often mixed or represented as Apollo. Apollo is the Chapter 2 map codename, the two hold slight differences. And from there, having codename Helios in the files, data miners discovered that this is the early work in progress version of the Chapter 5 map Helios. It is going to look different and a lot more textured, with name locations obviously labelled on there in wording once the season launches or closer to the time, but of course people in the community over on Twitter won't wait for that and have recolored it based off biomes we know we're going to be seeing. Just like with the introduction of the blossom trees in Chapter 4 Season 2 Mega, we're going to be seeing these again thanks to textures being in the files of these Japanese-like buildings for the roofs, which obviously indicate in these Japanese-styled or themed POIs we're going to be seeing the blossom trees instead of the standard ones. And despite the Chapter 2 and Chapter 5 work in progress map actually having a lot of resemblances such as the snow mountains at the bottom, with people believing, considering we've got Fortnite Chapter 1 as Season OG remixed, of course right now we're going into a remixed version of Chapter 2 based off of not only the physical resemblances of those maps, but as you can see as well, the Chapter 5 map is currently set to be using the Chapter 2 water and the Chapter 4 grass models. Of course, Chapter 2 water implies, yeah, resemblances to Chapter 2, but Chapter 4's grass models, of course, are the latest updated versions on Unreal Engine 5, graphically wise. Many people thought before this season started it was going to be a month-long LEGO collaboration season with the mini battle pass, and this never came to be. Instead, we got Fortnite OG, which I think we can all agree we're happy about. This will be in Chapter 5 Season 1, however, not until 2024, with the llama, like the Jujutsu Kaisen revamped one for that event, being revealed to look like this in LEGO form. Before we move on to actual Battle Pass skins, of course, the mini event and Battle Pass, which will be included with the launch of Chapter 5 anyways, is the Racing LTM or events. As you can see, Hypex stated before Fortnite OG started, upcoming Rocket League Racing Fortnite mode, Fortnite is dropping a Rocket League Racing mode in Chapter 5, and you'll be able to port your Rocket League vehicles into Fortnite and customize them in an upcoming garage. As for the maps being worked on or finished, going live upon launch with this racing Racing Mode or LTM and Mini Battle Pass is, as stated in this list, Anarchy Acres 1 and 2, Tilted Turnpike, Tilted Towers Remix, Pleasant Pit Stop, Pleasant Park Remix, Anaconda, Olympus, Rivera, Bone Cavern 1 and 2, Curvy Canyon 1 and 2, Dust Up 1 and 2, Puddle Jumper 1 and 2, K2 Raceway, Cliff Runner, Windy Way, Festive Falls, Day Drifting, Sidewinder and Outpost. Of course, with this meaning, yes, the LEGO collab isn't of top priority upon launch of Chapter 5, and that actually is. An update we do have is Fortnite are working on porting Fall Guys Beans for a minigame, and they're also working on a LEGO mode where you play as LEGO characters and build shareable worlds that have enemies, towns, combat, LEGO llamas, ship cannons, music and more. Of course, this will be a huge collab, not happening directly again at the start of Chapter 5, but one that will launch with Chapter 5 to complement or be a part of this Rocket League racing mode launch in itself is Fortnite X Cars. Lightning McQueen from Cars is getting added to Rocket League, and Rocket League cars are getting added to Fortnite during Chapter 5, the Rocket League racing mode. So far in Fortnite history, we've seen 4 mini battle passes: Dragon Ball, then Chapter 4 Season 1 Most Wanted, Chapter 4 Season 2 Find the Force being the Star Wars collab, and then Chapter 4 Season 3 Jujutsu Kaisen's Break the Curse. It already got determined just before the launch of Chapter 4 Season 3 that this racing mode would have a mini battle pass, so it looks like they're making a return finally. However, speaking of the actual battle pass, of course, despite there being a ton of unreleased skins on the Fortnite surveys on Fortnite.gg that you see me scroll through right now, some of these of course are old and have been on here for ages, literally a matter of years, but there's literally been a new survey list release of 40 brand new concepts that FireMonkey tweeted out about, which I'm just going to be rotating on screen. Obviously, out of all of the 4 different images containing multiple skins, one thing that you need to keep an eye out for is there's a lot resembling, you know, different food remixes, but as characters. I'm guessing the reason they're doing this is because Peely is such a beloved character. They've remixed him in the Fortnite OG pass out of just 4 outfits, and that just goes to show how much of a beloved food character he is, unlike, you know, just mascots of humans wearing costumes such as Tomato Head and Durburger. Even data miners have pointed out that there's a lot of resemblance to food, so of course feel free to go back and pause at any moment to get a good look at any of those different 4 images. And considering this season's so short, we have official Chapter 5 teasers already, such as Sheena stated, Fortnite will change this year. After the OG season, things will get even more exciting. The big bang right after Fortnite OG. This text was sent to content creators a while ago, who knows what it could mean. The only thing I'm guessing it could mean is, despite the launch of a new chapter, a brand new island Helios that we've already broke down, the only thing left to happen with free rewards, or the biggest free rewards event of the year, Winterfest, with presents to unwrap in the new log cabin. The reason I say the new log cabin is because Chapter 4 revamped it entirely, you know, the look of it anyways. Instead of an armchair and one character, we had the sofa. However, don't forget, with Epic Games working on absolutely everything new right now, they may just use one of the older log cabins. Personally, I don't mind as long as we get to unwrap new presents every day with free rewards and skins inside. Drop a like if you're excited for Chapter 5 and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so you don't miss any future leaks or uploads. Don't forget to enter code FM1 inside the Fortnite item shop, as it literally resets every 14 days, so get checking. In terms of where you go to now though, click either of these 2 videos YouTube's recommended you. It's a good suggestion, whilst you wait for the very next one I do publish on the channel.